Good morning, Planty People. Lorinda here. It's a really warm day, a sunny day today out in SoCal, and I just have some garden chores I need to get done. I need to water. Nothing exciting today, but the garden is popping. I get to harvest a few things today, and I'm really excited. My first cucumber, my first zucchini of the season. Super cool. So I'm just going to take you along with me so you can kind of see what I got to get done. I should have started way early, but I've been super busy. I'm dog sitting my mother-in-law's pup for 2 weeks while she's in Tennessee, and I got 2 new baby kitties. They're so cute. We named them Mikey and Raven. They are adorable, but they have ringworms, so I have to treat them and keep them quarantined to a specific area. So there's so much chaos going on in my house right now. So I'm here when I'm here, but at least I'm here. I really need to water though, so my plants don't die. I have a drip system that needs to get fixed. I need to work on that sometime this week because it takes me like an hour to water my garden, and I don't got time for that. So come with me as we just do some garden things. The garden is a mess right now. I don't know if you guys struggle with garden messes this time of year. It's just a really busy time of year, and I can't keep on top of it. I try to keep up on things, but I get distracted, and my garden ADD is like, oh, look at this, and oh, look at that. And I'm like, okay, well, that didn't get done, and I left my mess all out like that, but hey, whatever. It's my garden. I could do what I want. So here we go. Got bags of soil everywhere. Some of my onions. Something pulled out those onions. I don't know if it was Daisy who grabbed them and just pulled them out, or some other critter, but they weren't eaten or nothing. They were just pulled out and left to the side. Kind of weird. So I had to, we have to eat them now. Kind of bummed. I wanted them to get a little bit bigger, but hey, at least they didn't get eaten and I can still eat them. But yeah. All my sunflowers are starting to open. Now this 2-year-old tomato plant is pretty much done. I'm just waiting for these last few tomatoes on it to ripen up, and then I'm gonna pull this plant and plant something else there. Look at that big beautiful butternut squash. But I really need to water. This big beautiful sunflower has died, but look, all the other ones have opened. So exciting. They are just so beautiful. I just can't get over them. They're just so gorgeous. And I planted a bunch more. Every other day I'm probably planting more sunflower seeds around in the garden because I just love them so much, and they just make me so happy. So this is all the mess I got going on. I just pulled off my little netting off my blueberries, but look at my blueberries. I'm gonna get to pick some of those too. Isn't that really cool? They're so tasty. I did have a couple of ripe blackberries, my first blackberries, but something came through and ate it. So I'm gonna have to cover those as well so no critters eat my blueberries. But my garden snake I had to pull off. So I need to harvest a zucchini right now. But look at this big baby. I probably should have harvested it yesterday, but I wanted you guys to see it. So really cool. So what you do with the zucchini is you just twist them off like that. Easy peasy. What is that? Oh, I swear I got. See, this isn't bug damage. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where it got pollinated, the little scar. But yeah, that's a good one. And this is an Italian striped zucchini from San Diego Seed Company. I've been growing it in my garden now for about 3 years, 3-4 years maybe. It is so delicious. Even when it gets big like this or even bigger, it still stays tender. And I love it. I will always grow this in my garden as long as I can get seeds for it. But this year I'm going to try to save seeds. And oh look, I have another one that I need to hand pollinate, but there's so many bees around. They've pretty much been doing the pollination for me. Look at all these Malabar spinach seedlings. Isn't that crazy? Ugh, I need to pull all of them out or it'll just go crazy. These ones that are a little bigger, I'm gonna try to pot up and give them away. Maybe even some of those, because I love Malabar spinach, but that's way too many. And I had Malabar spinach on this trellis here a couple years ago, and it just dropped so many seeds. But so I'll probably have them coming up forever. But look at this black-eyed Susan. They remind me of like little sunflowers. They are so beautiful, and it's vining up this CD rack I have. Try to repurpose. We got some nasturtiums, some pansies. It's getting really warm out here in SoCal. I don't know how much longer those will last, but I try to keep them well watered, and so far they look okay. What else do we got? My tomatoes. I need to really pull out. Oh, look, there's my tripod. See, the garden is just so messy right now. Out of my way, foo. Ugh. And I don't know about you, but it's really important to stay hydrated. This is a new water bottle I got with timestamps, so I know where I should be at a certain time. And I just started, and it's like 9:30, so I am like way behind. I need to catch up. I need to get to 12 p.m. In an hour, like 2 hours. I need to get there. 2.5 hours. I need to get to 12 p.m. because I'm so behind. Stay hydrated. These peas really need to come out, but I need to harvest whatever peas are left. Look at that. Peas. They are so yummy. Mmm. So sweet. Throw it for the roly-polies. But yeah, you can see here in SoCal. But you can see here in SoCal, it gets really too hot for peas this time of year. So they're already starting to die and dry up. So it's time to pull them out. And these really need to come out. They're getting all dry. It gets really too warm here in SoCal for these peas. But look at my leeks. I need to harvest those too. I've already pulled some. They're so delicious. And then some of them started to put on scapes. So I think that's how, when I know they're done. But you guys, one of these here is just ginormous. Oh no, it's starting to get a little bit of aphids. But look at this. Look at how big this leek is. Look at, I can't even get my fingers around it. Trying, but yep, that's ready to come out. Let's see. We can pull this baby out. Oh man. Look at that. That big old leek. I love leeks. They are so yummy. And that's going in my dinner. Oh, it smells so oniony. I probably should have brought a basket with me. Story of my life. I'm going to put it right here in the shade for now. But yeah, I do start to see a few little aphids. So black aphids love oniony things. Oh, but since we're here, look at my apples. I need to cover those as well so the critters don't get to them. But, oh, more peas. Let's see what else I got. I did plant some dill over here because I'm going to try to ferment and make my own pickles. And I should have started the dill way earlier and I didn't. Oh, there's some beets that I picked too yesterday that I forgot to take them inside, but they're still firm. So more beets to eat. I swear, I have beets coming out of my ears. It's my little collection area of my veggies. What else? Oh, look at these zinnias. Zinnias. This is where something came through and I pulled up my onions. Really bummed about them. There's still a few left that are starting to bulb up. Oops, starting to bulb up like that. But hopefully they get a little bigger. I was hoping to enter some into the Orange County Fair, but I think they might be done a little too early. Now here's a milkweed that was a volunteer that popped up on its own. And I did see a Monarch caterpillar on it the other day, and I don't see it anymore. So I'm thinking a bird came through and ate it. because there's always birds under this pomegranate tree over here. Yep, I don't see nothing. I think I'm gonna move it, or I did see a few other little volunteers down there that are milkweed seedlings because it reseeded. So I think I'm gonna move them over to the butterfly bush that the butterflies just love. Whatever pulled up my onions also tried to climb up my little strawberry tower that was over here and knocked it down. So I had to pull it out and have to figure out where to put it now. I have no clue, but too many chores to do right now. So busy this time of year. My nasturtiums are winding down. I think it's time to pull out my garlic too. It's not looking too good. It's getting really dry, and maybe we'll just pull one out just to kind of see. This one looks really dry, and I could feel the stem really. Let's see. Oh my gosh. This probably could have went another few weeks, but I do feel some cloves. But that's still pretty cool. Yeah, I probably should have left this for another couple weeks, but it's already drying up, but we could totally eat this. It's exciting. I love me some garlic. Oh, strawberries. Something got to it. But you know what? It's okay. That one was delicious. Really, don't let a little bug hole scare you. Like, it's really good for the gut. All the probiotics and bacteria that are out here in the garden are really good for our immune systems. Little holes don't scare me. I just saw a big black bumblebee, and I don't know where it's at. Oh, I need to hand pollinate. I have a little squash. This is a Delicata Squash that's open right here. And I have some male flowers that are open. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if I can try to hold my phone here. I am going to pull off the leaves and expose the middle like this, and then I'm going to use this as like a little tool to pollinate that squash. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get a good angle. Hopefully that works here. It's kind of hard to see because the sun. Okay, hopefully that did the job. It's kind of at a weird angle, that flower, so we'll see. Ooh, I do have some more squashes over here that are open. Ah, I almost fell and tripped on my hose because I never put shit away. This is a patty pan squash, as you can see. This is the female fruit with a little patty pan behind it, and this is a male fruit. Oops, sorry, bee. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did to that other squash. But this one doesn't seem like it has a whole lot of pollen on it, but let me see. And that's the middle. I'm just gonna kind of rub it in there. Hopefully it pollinates it. There is a little center nub. Oh my gosh, and is that a caterpillar? Oh no, it's not. I was like, there's a caterpillar in there, but it's just a stem. You can see there is a little center nub in there that you rub the piece onto. And hopefully I did a good enough job, but there wasn't a whole lot of pollen on that particular flower. There's a beautiful monarch on the butterfly bush. Oh, did it fly away? It's hiding from me. Oh, look at the hollyhocks too. I love this view of the hollyhocks. That one is so tall. That one's got to be like 12 feet tall. It's ginormous. But you can see it's winding down. There's only a few buds left on it. But they are just so beautiful. I can't get enough of them. I'm gonna do a panorama. Ignore the garden mess. Somebody on my Instagram asked me if it was too late to start hollyhocks. And I said, I really don't know, but we're so warm here in SoCal that try it and see what happens. I said, I'll do it with you. So I planted some hollyhocks right here. Now, this is a little trick of mine that I want to share with you guys. So these are mason jar rings. I don't want to pull it out, but they're mason jar rings. They go screw onto the mason jar. You put the little metal lid and then you screw on the ring onto the mason jar to can. I like to use these little rings as almost like markers and put my seeds inside, so when it pops up I know that it's what I planted and not a weed, because this time of year so many weeds pop up and sometimes it's hard to know if something is a weed or if something is a plant you planted. Even if you have a little marker right next to it, sometimes you just don't know if it's a weed or a seed you planted. So I use these, so if it comes up in this ring, I know most likely it's something that I planted. Really cool little tip. I just planted a Titan sunflower right here. Hopefully that will head up in time for the OC Fair, because there is a competition for biggest sunflower head. So I probably should have started that a few weeks ago, but we'll see. Now, these beans took forever to start to produce anything. And it's starting to give me beans, as you can see. But I have like 3 little plants here. I planted so many seeds and 3 little plants. And I'm probably going to rip them out because I just planted a big Iran squash that I want to enter into the fair. And I probably did that way too late as well. But it's so warm here in SoCal, I thought I just might have some luck with it. So I'm just going to see what happens. Everything in the garden is an experiment right now. See some of these garlic. Like this one, that like the middle is already fallen over. Let's see. See, that one's really tiny. But it's like the center stalk is already like dyed and soft. But this one is really tiny. So that one wasn't ready, but I don't think it would get any bigger anyway. And this cabbage down here, I just kind of left. It had bugs, so I just left it. It had aphids really bad, and you can kind of see the aphids in there. But it's starting to head up a little bit. Oh, there's a fly in there too. But I think it's actually just starting to bolt, so I'm just going to leave it there right now because it looks cute. But I'll probably just be ripping that out. I don't even think I'm going to be able to eat that. Now these are my Egyptian walking onions, and they have not been doing good at all, but I haven't really even cared for them either. I think this one is just starting to put on a top bulb, because they put on top bulb sets. A big stalk comes up and then they put like 3 little bulbs right here, like little onion bulbs, and then those will start to sprout too. Kind of cool. But I think I need to get them out of this grow bag and fertilize them maybe. They kind of smell funny. I don't know if they're starting to rot, but I really need to go through this. One more chore. I need to thin out my basil and my tomatillos. These are winding down, the tomatillos, because they have a powdery mildew on them. But I'm going to be making some salsa today. The wind we had this past week was just crazy here in SoCal that my umbrella got lifted up out and crashed down on my trellis over there and put a big old hole in it and knocked over my tomato, my little cherry tomatoes that are right here. As you can see, the cage is still on the ground, and knocked over a plant over there, and there's still dirt on the ground. Haven't got to cleaning that up yet, but yeah, so that's the last cherry tomato standing. I had like a few in there, if you remember. But yeah, I'm gonna be planting some sun gold cherry tomatoes because they're just so delicious. I tried to find some sun gold plants, couldn't find one, so I started some seeds from a little cherry tomato that I found dried up in the garden, and hopefully those seeds germinate, who knows. But look at the roses, you guys. Look at how pretty. It's a climbing rose. I really should have pruned it this season. I didn't know you had to. It's my first time really growing roses. They're just so pretty. And I did plant some, I don't know if you can see, Sherilyn melons right here. You can see those sprouted. And I planted a bunch of sunflower, some white sunflower seeds all along here that hopefully will sprout soon because it's been so warm. These are some sweet potato slips that I tried to save. I bought some from the urban farmer that came practically all dead, and I didn't know what to do with them or where to put them, so I just put them in this trough and see what will happen. So hopefully maybe I'll get one sweet potato, if any. Who knows? I don't think this trough is even deep enough. It's maybe about 18 inches. But we'll see. I don't know. But that one looks like it's doing okay. But out of maybe the 30 slips I bought, like these are the only two that like survived. They all came pretty much dead. Kind of sad, and I probably should contact them because they were kind of pricey. Yeah, and this tomato plant has spider mites really bad, but it has given me quite a few tomatoes. Oh, but I want to show you my green stock really quick. Please excuse all the garden mess. I have my seeds everywhere because I've been popping seeds in, and I bought some really cool things at Joann's that was on clearance. Proud Plant Mama. Little towels, and I bought a really cute tablecloth that has like bees on it, some flowers and bees. And what else did I buy? I bought a cute rug. Let's see. It says, "Weeders welcome." That was really cute. And another little grow bag. Give yourself time to grow. That's cute. I wish it said get out and grow something. Okay, and then I found these sheer curtains. They're like for windows, and they have like leaves on them, but they're really sheer, and they were on clearance at 70% off. And I thought I could probably use these to cover my plants and shade them from the sun when it gets really hot, and maybe protect them from bugs. So I thought that was cool. But maybe if they're pretty enough, maybe I'll put them in my room instead. I don't know. They're pretty long. But I thought that would be kind of cool to cover my tomatoes when it gets too hot. Because I did buy some shade cloth, but it kind of fell apart already. But what else? My pretty little flowers. Love it. But let me show you my green stock really quick. This is my green stock. I have it covered in a netting. It's a specific netting that is UV resistant, so it won't just deteriorate in the sun, to hopefully protect my peppers from bugs, because leaf miners love my peppers, and they destroyed my peppers last year. So if you saw my video on the green stock, that I put all my peppers this year, except for maybe one, in a green stock, and a few strawberries. And hopefully I get a good pepper harvest, because I would love to enter some of these into the Orange County Fair. And for that, they have to be really beautiful, really uniform. If you can see through the netting here, I don't know if you can kind of see, I already have some jalapenos that are starting to emerge right there. Kind of cool. Now with these, you do need to water it daily and fertilize it weekly, because it sucks up the nutrients really fast. But hopefully I get a great harvest this year. I'm really excited about it. And hopefully the netting will keep the bugs away. But I do know that some bugs have actually been trapped inside, so when I see them, I just kind of pinch the netting and squish them. But we're having a lot of fungus gnats going on right now too. But from what I hear, everybody is dealing with fungus gnats right now. It's just that time of year. just want to show you another sunflower because I just can't get over how beautiful the sunflowers are. Look at how pretty. It's just smiling at you. You cannot be mad and look at a sunflower and still continue to be mad. They just make me smile so much. Oh, and these are my potatoes. I keep topping them with soil. This one I topped with some leaves and some soil. Maybe they're getting too mush, I don't know, but it's not doing too good. I think that tomato plant died. The other ones seem to be doing okay. And lastly, my fuchsias. Look at all the blooms. Remember, it didn't do good in the sun over there, so I moved it over here to the shade because it is a shade-loving plant. But, you know, it started off in the shade, and then as the year progresses, the sun moves, and then it ended up in the sun, and I just never moved it, and then it did terrible. So now it's looking really good, really healthy. I've been fertilizing it, and I can't wait for these beautiful blooms to open. They are so gorgeous. Hello. Girl, you need a haircut. My garden. I love it so. Okay, I want to show you. I'm going to harvest my first cucumber right now. This one is called Many. Oh, so exciting. It's like a pickling type of cucumber. Really cool. It's a good size. I'll probably do that one too. Awesome. Do I have any more on here? Oh, there's one right there. Now this plant is staying small. I don't know why. And this plant has started to vine up. I don't know if I have any cucumbers. This is a So-You cucumber. I don't see any. I mean, there's a lot of flowers, but I don't see any cucumbers on it yet. I'm gonna go put these with my other stuff that I need to take in the house. I have a yellow squash ready to harvest. Really cool. This one's weird. It has a flower fused to it, but it needs to come off. There we go. Look at that. So cool. I'll let those other ones go another day or so. Yeah, probably harvest that one tomorrow and maybe the other one tomorrow as well. Exciting. Squash for dinner. I do want to see if I do have some tomatoes ready. Oh yes. Looks like something pecked this one a little bit, but it's okay. Ooh, pretty. Now I do like to pick my tomatoes a little underripe like this as soon as you start to see them color, so you can get them before the vermin do. You can see they already start, but I can just cut that little piece off. It's still a pretty beautiful tomato. I think I have some more here too. It's pretty. I need to get one of those root aprons that Jess from Roots and Refuge Farm, tomato overboard, that she uses. You kind of wear it and then you just put them in your pockets. Okay, this one's still pretty green. I'll leave this one on for another day. I do see some really red in here. Let's see. These bags I use to protect my tomatoes. Whoop. That one could totally come with me right now. Awesome. Pretty. pretty. Look at all these goodies. We got some beets, some leeks, some cucumbers, some garlic, some squashes and tomatoes. This is why we do it, people. This is why we put in all the hard work for the wonderful, bountiful harvest. So worth it. And these taste so much better than anything you can buy in the stores. Get out and grow something, I'm telling you. Well, Planty people, thank you for hanging out with me and picking a few veggies, see what's going on in the garden. I really need to start watering because it's getting really warm out. But if you haven't checked out my Tomato Tuesday playlist, please check it out. There's so many cool videos on growing tomatoes. Share them with anybody that you know that grows tomatoes so you guys can have a great tomato season. I love tomatoes, and there's a lot of things you can do to really get a successful harvest. My first year, I didn't probably do none of that, and I got a good harvest, but it probably could have been better had I put a little work into it and fertilized my plants and pruned my plants, because I noticed that first year I got a lot at once and then the tomato plants got sick and they died off early. So, you know, now I know the things I can do to prevent certain diseases and try to prolong the season. Like this 2-year-old tomato plant that I've been babying, and it gave me tomatoes for 2 years. But it's his last year. That's probably the max this thing is going to give me. But hey, it works. I kept it alive for 2 years. So anyways, get out and grow something. It's a beautiful day. Wear sunscreen, stay hydrated, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.